Welcome to ZMantra Consulting, a personality and leadership development organization. Recruitment strategies for companies by Bhaskar Challa.
Hi everyone, this is Bhaskar Challa, founder of ZMantra Consulting, a leadership and personality development organization. Today we'll be talking about some of the tips for the recruiters. You see, the most important asset for an organization is their employees. Many organizations refer employees as actually their resources. They don't call them as employees, they call actually as resources. So you can understand the importance that is being given to the person. If you are a manager and if you hire the right person, let me tell you, I have observed that the amount of work that you will have to do will go down by a lot of percentage, sometimes even 50%. So what you need is the right person. So how do you do that? How do you make sure that you have the right person? How do you hire the right person? While interviewing a candidate, the most important observation you can have is their time management. Let's say you have the interview scheduled at 5 p.m. in the evening, and let's say the candidate turns up late. That is, you are already there in the video conference call. I am assuming it is a video conference call. If the candidate is even late by 1 minute, you should be concerned. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, definitely be concerned. So the reason is, a person who cannot value others' time is definitely going to repeat that mistake again and again even after he joins. So most important, even 1 minute late, just observe. And let's say they are late to the call and they explain. Let's say that person apologizes and explains that there have been some unavoidable circumstances. You can give them an exception. So that is fine, but let them explain. Rather than, you should not be asking why are you late. So even if a person is late by a few minutes, I am sure saying that is a red flag. You should better eliminate that person. And similarly, same thing. Let's say you are conducting this interview on premise at your office. They should be there not at least few minutes ahead of the time. So make sure this is a great criteria. If you apply this, you can screen a person to a large extent. Second important observation that you can have is the way the person is dressed and the way they are groomed. This is important as well. I am not saying that they should be excellently, elegantly dressed, costly dressed. No, that is not required. What is needed is that, are they decent enough? Are they presentable? Did they prepare? Are they taking this event seriously enough? So you can observe that. For example, the grooming. Let's say if it's a man. Let's say they have a beard, that's fine, but did they trim it properly? Or let's say, did that person shave? So these things sometimes matter. The reason is, somebody attending the interview not well prepared, you can certainly assume that they will be doing or they will be having similar behavior later when you are having an important task assigned to them as well. So this is another important observation. This is a red flag as well. Next one is, you need to observe if the candidate is articulate enough. That is, whatever they are saying, are you able to understand that? Or let's say you asked a question, are they sticking to that particular question and only answer? Sometimes if you are having to stop that person too often, let's say you ask something, they are explaining something which may not be relevant without even observing what is it that you are feeling or what is it that you are specifically asking, then again that's a red flag. So you need to be observing that, are they articulate enough? Do they answer to the point? So this is very important. How do you get this? Mostly the famous question, tell me about yourself, will definitely reveal a lot about the person. So ask that question, observe them, how they are responding to that question and your subsequent questions. So this can be an excellent observation, excellent point as well. Now let me give the last and most important curveball question that you can ask and where you can decide whether this person is right for you or not. Have a question in such a way that you may not even be having that requirement. Ask the candidate, for example, I'm just giving, can they work during a weekend or can they work a night shift? You can mention that we have a lot of work sometimes that may come up. I may have to call. Will you be available? Can you work later in the nights? You can give them a high level that it may not be every day, but it may require. The reason I'm asking is you may even not be having this requirement. The reason to ask this question is you will know the attitude of the person. Somebody who is outright rejecting is maybe they are having excellent policies, that is fine, but such a rigid attitude may not be very good for you in the long run while they are working for you. For example, you may be having a deadline. Your own manager has given you a deadline saying that there is a multi-million project that you are supposed to work on. There is going to be a big impact. Let's say your manager mentions that jobs of almost like 100 people are dependent on that particular event. And how do you get the work done? You have to get the work done through your own subordinates and yourself also, right? So sometimes you just need to observe, because these are only exceptional cases. I'm not saying that you make them work every weekend, every night. No. What I'm saying is, if you have a curveball question like this, you can at least see the willingness of the candidate. At least they should be able to say that, I will definitely work for you, but as you know, I have a lot of commitments with family as well, and sometimes I may have my own problems. Let them explain that, but let them be respectful while explaining that, and you can clearly see if the candidate is right for you or not. So these 5 points which I mentioned, these are very important in deciding whether the candidate is right for you. Make sure that you follow these, and I'm pretty sure you will be able to see who is the right candidate for you. Thank you everyone. I hope these tips and the points that I have mentioned are of help for you, and we do a lot of other videos on this channel. You can definitely visit us and we'll be glad to provide more content for you. You can also visit our website www.zmantra.com. Thank you.
Thank you for watching the video till the end.